Hello, I'm the DM, and you're listening to Campaign 2 of Fools and Flagons, the Tales of Archeron. We live stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/foolsandflagons. That's fools, the letter N, flagons, every Friday at 7 p.m. Central for Tales of Archeron and 6 p.m. Central for Storm King's Chaos. If you'd like to join our community and talk not just about D&D, but other games as well, consider joining our Discord. The links can be found below in the description. Do you like us? Like, really, really like us? Consider donating to our coffee page at ko-fi.com/foolsandflagons. The links can also be found in the description. Donations and memberships are never required and always appreciated. We have no gated content for members only, and all proceeds go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps to keep the podcast alive and well. Are you ready for some D&D? All right then. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for the Fools and Flagons podcast.
Grab your drink and raise your glass. Make a mess and kick some ass. Dungeon Master has no chance. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Raid the dungeons and slay the dragon. Sharpen your sword and prep your wagons. There'll be death and tons of magic. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Time for Fools and Flagons. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Saturday.
We're so lively.
I was gonna say, don't sound too excited. To be fair, Issa's kind of wiggling with her little ice cream, so she gets a pass on this one.
Yes.
Oh, here, let me do the... Carmen.
Thank God for Crisp's birth, just sure. We heard... What'd you say, Nim?
Eepy.
Eepy? Well, it's not even that late for Eepy. Well, let's see if I can't get you a little bit more energetic with a good story. Oh, I missed him. There's a gnat.
Again.
Dead.
Tell us a story, Uncle Ian.
Stop it
Jeez.
right now.
Frank
Frank is now dead.
I haven't gotten that look in a long time.
Huh.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far meteor.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons, a tabletop campaign made up entirely by me, where Zeke does stupid shit and I try to figure out a way to kill him.
Will he succeed tonight? Make sure you stay tuned.
On Dragon Ball Z!
That was a pretty high roll. There's a chance that Brick is dying tonight.
Yay!
So, tonight we are continuing with the Tales of Archeron. We do want to thank you for your follows, subscriptions, and bits on Twitch if you are watching us live. We do apologize that we cannot verbally recognize them on stream for the sake of not interrupting the story. But your support of us is greatly and always appreciated. And one of these chucklefucks, probably Zeke, will be watching chat and will reply as things go on and go down.
Actually, it's been Kirsten more than lately.
Kirsten.
Yeah, Kirsten and Issa tend to pop in there.
I'm really good at multitasking, unlike some people.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm
Shots
sorry,
fired!
I was too busy counting dice. What were we talking about?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Let me take a moment to take these arrows out of my back. Jesus, fuck.
Oh, what's that one song quote I heard recently? I'm sorry, did my back hurt your knife?
Listen, don't backstab a rogue because you're gonna fucking feel
Yeah,
it.
that's what they told me when I was Zorkon, and like, don't try to steal from Rogue. I'm like, okay, I stole from the Rogue.
No,
Yeah,
you
well,
didn't
you-
just steal from a rogue. You took his pants
pantsed
off
him.
while he was awake and
right.
standing.
That's right, I did.
Anyway,
I defy physics.
a super big thank you to Martyr. Speaking of Martyr, hi Martyr. I think I just saw
Hi,
you.
Martyr.
Did I not just see you in the chat? I thought, yeah, he's there.
Rip in pieces, Brick.
So thank you to Martyr, Gelatinous Cube, Cargo, and Spazoid for being our tavern patron members over on our coffee page. If you'd like, your support of us is very much appreciated. We cannot thank you enough. And if you would like a spot at the bar with these lovely people, please consider our coffee page. Links can be found below in the description or wherever the hell you're watching this. Or listening.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of my quote of Zach is, you can't fight stupid. He's going to drag you down and beat you with experience.
I'm a professional.
He literally wrote the book. So,
And he will beat you with it.
yes.
Because he doesn't know how to read.
In nomine Patres.
I do. On weekends.
So, any other announcements anyone has? Zeke, are you going to make us have to play on Saturday again, or are we back to Friday schedules?
Yeah, Zeke.
Oh, boy.
So-
My one day
as-
off.
Yeah,
As I was
Saturday.
about to say, we might need to see about 2 weeks from now, because if you're in Tampa, we'll be at MetroCon. Yay!
So wait, you're
You're-
messing
you're
up
fired.
my campaign again?
You're fired.
Yeah.
You're fired. Well, it's never your campaign.
It has been before. I'm sorry.
Wait, no, that's what we need to do. So just next week we'll do this one again, and then the week after we'll do his.
I'm okay with this.
You're fired.
I hate breaking up a schedule.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make money.
Sounds like a likely excuse.
Yeah, Martyr can take my place. He can play Brick.
Hey, did that number lower there for the chances of Brick dying tonight?
Natural one.
And you know what? If he dies, because Timmy won't fucking believe he's dead.
Falls off the boat. Yeah, he'll be okay.
Rico's just gonna look at him. Shame.
Quit faking it, you bitch.
I know you can fly!
Shall we get into the
God.
story?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Welcome to our special brand of stupidity and chaos.
We need to play on Saturdays more. All right, well, grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Huzzah! New bottle.
Issa, is it weird that I half expect you to pick up your blizzard and just take a swig out of
Oh
it?
no, I already killed it.
Oh, well, okay. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
So, we've got quite the recap today. Last time, on the Tales of Archeron, another Greim, Saedhir's Wrath, was supposedly slain after eating some of Empress Izel's bodyguards and, more importantly, Hambjerger. Siren's sharp eyes noticed
who?
a shape.
Who?
Just gonna fix something
There's a
here
break in the matrix.
real quick.
Siren's like, I'm in the wrong movie.
Moriko's sharp eyes noticed a shape moving through the trees and gave chase, eventually tracking down and beating the ever-living snot out of Saedhir's Wrath, who had gone invisible to retreat. The rest of the party arrived and saw to finishing the creature off for good. Except for Brick. He just pretended to be the world's largest cork.
And succeeded.
With the beast finally slain, Pez dove into its corpse to retrieve what was left of Hambjerger. Their friend retrieved, the Tempests returned to the Empress to see if there was anything else that they could do to help. And having no way to bring Hambjerger back, Pez seemed to close himself off. Empress Izel invited the Tempests to return with her to Cuddling so that she could reward them properly. And what they weren't expecting was to be traveling upon the largest vessel they'd ever seen. Far bigger than any seafaring ship. It was the size of a small village. And it flew. It would take a few days to arrive in Cuddling, and the Tempest had other things that needed addressing anyway. Questioning the severed head of Zephyrus was first on the list and revealed very little information. And then the head was promptly chucked off the side of the ship to hopefully not land on some poor child far below and scar them for life. We'll get back to that. Encouraged by the rest of the party, Pez reached out to Coyote to see what could be done for his little friend, and received a good heart-to-heart with the deity. Coyote unfortunately revealed that Hambjerger was gone, yet not. And he made a deal with Pez. If the little kobold wanted his friend back, he'd have to work for it. Coyote resurrected Hambjerger within the Orc lands, and it was up to Pez and his friends to find their god companion. Reinvigorated with a new goal on the horizon, Pez finally made the decision about what to do with the Tetulyolili. He would attach Cassie's soul to their wagon. And once the ritual was complete, the wagon now named Cassie's Sanctuary, the Tetul attached itself to the banister where it had been placed and seemed to become one with the structure, becoming more wooden than where it was previously the gold and bronze Aslan metallic structure. And we now rejoin the Tempests as they hear a disembodied yawn and a familiar voice to Pez saying, "Hello," which all of you hear.
Did anyone else hear that? Am I hearing
Hi.
voices again?
Yes.
What?
Hello.
This is what Cassie sounds like.
Yeah, y'all haven't heard it before?
I swear.
No.
You all can hear me. You all, as this, you hear the excitement in the voice that seems to just be coming from all around you. The cabinets in the kitchen area begin to kind of rattle and move slightly, as if the whole structure is vibrating with excitement.
What did you do? It's grabs Pez. No, not really.
What's happening?
I mean, it's Cassie. That's what's happening.
What do you mean?
The crystal rock thing that's over there, it's now wood. That had her soul in it. And now it's infused with the wagon. So now it's alive.
Oh, so we're inside.
Should we call her her and not it?
I don't know.
I'm right here. I can
Hello.
hear you.
She can hear you. You can hear us
Heal
all.
us.
Wait, sorry, what'd you say, Zon?
Can you feel us?
Or just starts poking a wall.
She seems like she was about to say, I don't know, I don't. Hey,
Poke.
I think I felt that.
Because Sammy's grabbing her tails and holding them to her chest, and she's like, "I'm afraid to touch anything now."
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
This is weird.
Well, I mean, since we have you here, what happened? Like, what was the last thing you remembered?
Oh. There were these bad people that came and started to attack, and they hit the wagon. And I thought, no, that's mine and everyone else's. So I stomped on them.
And you, as the word stomp happens, one of the chairs seems to like lean forward and thunk back down.
So I stomped on them, and I stomped on them.
And it seems like the chairs are like going around the table, kind of moving slightly.
And then it got kind of dark.
And then there was a voice who talked real funny, like
Like the turtle man. And he said, I can save you and put you in the blah 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 blah. And you'd see your friends again. And then I woke up,
Like,
and I
now
can't
woke
feel
up?
my feet.
Well, you don't have feet anymore. You got wheels.
Oh. I don't get it.
I don't either.
What? What do you see?
Everything. I've never been inside before, but I'm also outside.
So, like, you can see us in vivid detail?
So your hand's moving.
I'm not getting naked in the cart ever again.
Rick walks up the stairs. How about now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you need to sleep?
Well, I don't know. I just woke up.
To be fair, Kasumi, she'd wake up from the forever sleep.
Yeah, but now she's not, and she's alive, but she's not, and she's the cart.
I'm
Necromancy's
cart.
weird.
Oh yeah, we probably should have led with that. Surprise!
You hear this stuff like noise, and you kind of feel the wagon trying to move, but it's anchored down, so it can't really go anywhere. But you kind of get the sense that it's trying to roll.
Probably don't want to do that. They kind of got you strapped down. Don't want you to break anything.
Yeah, we're on a boat.
In the sky.
I thought the water looked weird out there.
I know, right?
It's really green.
And fluffy.
Huh.
Those are trees.
It could have been seaweed. You don't know.
No, I would.
Sense.
I would know.
Mystical seaweed.
Oh, have you met Moriko over here?
No.
No.
Oh,
Hello.
Moriko, this is Cassie. Cassie, this is Moriko. She used to be a Parasaurolophilus, but now she's a wagon.
I'll pretend I know what that was.
I don't
big
know what
dinosaur.
that means either.
It's what you were, Cassie. Before you were Zakat. Or what we called you. Or all of people called you your species.
Okay.
You just kind of hear stuff moving upstairs.
Okay, I know they're technically your books now, but please don't rearrange my books.
Do it.
So
You hear one solid thump.
Not the books! And I'll run upstairs.
So that brings up a strong question, and Sansa's just gonna look at Pez. Why can she control everything in Zakat and not just Zakat?
And?
That wasn't a and. That was a why.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. This is her normal now. This is our normal now.
It's gonna take some getting used to.
Right on.
Yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah.
Brick, you go up into the library panicking about your books. There are no books on the ground, but you do see a table that's kind of on its back, kind of sliding slightly.
I'm just watching it slide. Like, what's the video where you hear the and you just watch it.
Beep, 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 beep.
Cassie,
I'm sorry, I was playing with your book.
I appreciate the effort. And I just, like, write the table again.
I don't know what a book is.
I figured... I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to mess with them.
I'm Cassie.
Hello.
And Brick, like, the voice was up speaking with you, and you hear another voice downstairs that sounds like Zahn's timbre, and then you hear sort of Cassie's voice, but it's not up with you, it's now down below you.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
So, since you happen to now be this cart,
Uh-huh.
when you get used to how everything feels.
Uh-huh.
If you come across any, like, secret spaces, could you let us know? Like, we live in Zakat, and we move around it, but this would be some place that we wouldn't ever go to or be in. Maybe behind one of the walls. Or the floors.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
Yeah.
It's the first time I'm talking to a lot of you.
That's a good point. Well, it's nice to have you back.
Yeah.
And Brick, you start hearing random sounds of movement in the other rooms that aren't the library.
I'm actually just gonna follow the sounds and see what she's moving and see, like, can she move anything in the cart? Is she only moving stuff that was originally part of the cart? Like
Make a
anything that
perception
we've
check.
moved in? It's pretty dang good. Perception 22.
22. You follow the noises. You kind of go down the hall and you're going towards the master bedroom and you hear something behind. So you turn real quick to go try to see what it was. It mostly seems to be things that are attached to the cart itself and furniture. If anything has fallen off, it's because it was on like a side table that was moved or a chair bumped into something. But there doesn't seem to be anything dislodged from bookshelves. Like none of the pillows or blankets have been removed.
Okay. So it's not like it's not like I would, if I went into like the tinkerer's shop, there's just like tools floating or
No.
walking around.
But you
it's
did
very
go into the
much...
tinkerer's shop and you saw that the table you had everything on was askew.
Okay. It's very much Encanto.
Yeah, well, in Kanto they were able to like control the dishes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This seems to be just the furniture and like doors and shutters and windows and such.
Got it.
Sumi's gonna lean over to Zahn, like whisper,
Have you ever been in a haunted house before?
I've been into places that were haunted. I am not familiar with the haunted house phrase. What is that?
This feels like a haunted house.
This is a cart.
It's a house call.
I mean, I think this will take some getting used to regardless, but I mean...
just the sounds of things moving in rooms that nobody's in is a little creepy.
You hear
You
a
know,
very
so she
kind of
can-
dejected, sorry.
But say, you know that she can hear you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to that. Because Sumi looks like visibly like uncomfy right now.
You say that and the random noises seem to stop and the voice just kind of goes silent.
And look, now you hurt her feelings. Say you're sorry.
What? I'm sorry?
Did you mean it?
No, I'm gonna go outside. Sumi's just gonna step out of the cart.
No,
Brick's
she can
gonna-
still see you out there.
She doesn't say anything. She just goes outside.
Brick's gonna be at the top of the stairs and look up. Hey, Cassie, can you try something for me?
Okay.
Can you make like the stairs into like a smooth surface that you might slide something down?
Yeah, sure.
Does it work?
You look at the stairs for a minute and nothing changes.
That's okay. Good try.
Yeah, I don't know what stairs are.
Oh, these things at a point.
Oh, hey.
And like you hear this like the softest little rattle, and then another little.
Hey. No,
Oh,
he's not moving.
good try. Proud of you.
Yeah.
I'll walk back down the stairs. Where Kasumi go?
The stairs turn into no.
Kasumi went outside. I think the whole Cassie now being Zakat is a lot for her. Well, actually, to be completely honest, I'm not really sure if this disturbs her. This is very not the craziest thing we have ever run into before.
I mean, yeah, I'm basically a talking suit of armor.
Yeah, but you're boring.
Just a bit.
I just look over at Moriko. The hell?
Just seemed like an appropriate response.
I mean, fair, but still fuck you. Gonna go outside and find someone to practice my accent with when I'm speaking Aslan.
Just when he waits till he gets to the door.
What I have in my inventory. I'm gonna shoot him in the fucking foot, I swear to God.
Good luck. Anywhere else, probably. Feet? Yeah, try it.
I don't know. They're kind of big. Big
Watch
targets.
him miss and hit Moriko.
I'm just gonna snap my fingers and Mortar's gonna poof into existence and he's just gonna land on your head and start pecking.
I grab the flying chicken by the neck.
It poofs away.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, you haven't met... 1 second. Zahn reaches into his pack. Kind of forgot I had you in here. Pulls out Magnus. You haven't met Magnus before. I don't think.
Yeah, I have.
Oh. Well, here he is anyways.
Hello.
He doesn't speak. He's kind of, how you say?
He's stupid.
Stupid.
No, he's simple. He is very simple. And Zahn will pet him.
Well, look, the advantage of having a sentient cart is maybe if she doesn't get tired, we don't have to take watches no more.
I don't know. I'll try.
Actually, that's a good try. Try to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Since we are flying and all that, don't really have too much to do. But see if you can sleep. Yes, that would be interesting to find out.
Okay, I'll try.
He just takes like a peanut and pushes it against the wall of the cart. You hungry?
Please stop.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
Kasumi, when you... Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was gonna say that when you go outside, it's a fairly warm day. You can feel the humid heat, but you're high enough up and the breeze is passing by that it's still relatively comfortable. There's a decent bustle going around on the top side of the ship, but there's plenty of room to move around where no one's kind of jostling past you. Anyone that pauses and like sees you standing there, they give you a nod knowing who you are, but you're generally left alone.
Okay. She might find like a little corner on the top deck that she can kind of sit potato peel.
Okay.
Out of the way, but not near the ever-seeing cart that she now has to live in.
Okay. what is everyone else doing? Don't all speak at once.
Oh, well, I was thinking. I was actually gonna ask, if I could look for the. Oh God, I can't remember what she's.
The Empress?
Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember if she was a queen, princess, empress. I don't remember. If I can find the Empress.
Okay. So you head outside looking for the Empress. Make a perception check.
Sure. 21.
21. You wander around for a little bit. You don't see her down on the main deck. That seems to be mostly workers. A little bit more rugged attire, nothing overly fancy. But as you go to the central part of the ship where it starts to tier upwards, that's where you start to see more of the larger guards that had been protecting her down on the ground. Some more well-dressed individuals, whether they be part of her retinue or maybe they're part of the officers aboard the ship. You're not entirely sure. You're not super familiar with their kind of classifications of like rank that you may be more familiar with like all your years fighting with knightly kingdoms or within your own culture. But it seems to be that the higher up the tiered central piece you look, the nicer, more well-dressed the individuals seem to be. But at the moment, you do not see the Empress.
How high is the upper part?
It goes up 90 feet-ish before it starts getting to the top canopy.
Does it look like there's like a balcony or like
well, it's
someplace
all.
looked...
Hold on, just because I don't remember.
Oh, that's right. No, you did
Yeah.
share that image.
Yeah.
1 second. No, actually, I don't see it anymore.
I don't remember if I put it in campaign spoilers or if it was in the. It's in campaign spoilers.
There it is. So she must be in the tallest tower. Let's start climbing up it. Bug it.
Just walk up to the central part and start climbing.
Unless I see a staircase I can take, yeah.
Oh, so you're like climbing, like not finding your way up. You're just scaling the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. So you you get to the outside. You look up. You find a decent handhold, you think. Make an acrobatics check. So, Kasumi and Brick, I believe you guys were outside as well. Is there anything you're doing? Well, I mean, I know Kasumi's sitting there trying to meditate and relax.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally planning on, like, just talking to people. Like, obviously I'm not going to bother anyone who looks extremely busy or in the middle of something, but I'm just, like, want to know more about this place, want to talk to someone, get my accent a little better, because I was teased about that.
What? No.
If someone wants to spar, maybe spar with someone.
Okay. Get back to you on that in a second. Zahn, what'd you roll?
16.
16? You start to grab hold and pull yourself up. You get almost to the next level, and then you kind of realize that there's really not much else to grab onto. It's all smooth surface metal.
How high up is the smooth part?
Well, it kind of curves. It kind of curves backward and up.
Well, this is problematic.
And there is a point in time where you hear someone clear their throat and say something in a language you don't understand. They're just kind of looking at you.
gonna just, like, loosen the grip and slide down. Well, yep, so it falls. I guess I'm gonna start walking around it to see if there's, like, a door or stairs. Because I'm nosy. Let's look around.
There are entryways and there are stairs that go around the side that you're able to find fairly easily.
I'm gonna go up them.
Okay. So Zahn begins to explore the higher reaches of the central ziggurat. So Brick, you go and find people to speak to, and you come to learn that this particular vessel is known as the Koskatl. It is the Empress's main form of transportation throughout the empire itself. What were your other questions? Sorry, I kind of blanked on those.
How do you spell that, the name of the ship?
Koskatl. Koskatl.
Okay. I was mainly looking, like, wasn't anything we had to, like, hard roleplay. I was just mainly walking around asking people, like, what you doing, like, where you're from, can you tell me about something you like about about our country?
Okay. Yeah. Most of the people that you are able to speak to and that have the time of day to talk to you, most everyone here came from Collateral, the capital city. Every now and then you'll find one that came from Chalco, the port town that you first arrived in. But most of the workers here claim that they came from the capital city in some aspect or other.
Gotcha.
Every now and then you'll hear the occasional, you'll hear like the Akali district, the Mokwalton district, the Pipilton district, just different areas of the main city that they claim that they've come from.
Gotcha. I guess I'll also be asking, like, is it, because I know there's multiple cities, like, is most of the population in the capital, or is it more spread out, or is it only in certain cities that you find people and the rest is just untamed jungle? And also for those since we're going to the capital, for those who are from the capital, like, where would you recommend we check out?
You kind of have to ask around to quite a few people. Every now and then the person that you're speaking to has to kind of get up and go back to what they were doing. But I would say over the course of the day, you're able to speak to enough people, and you come to learn that Collateral is the main city of Aslan. That is where a majority of the population exists. The other areas like Akaltepec, Chalco, Chichimec, and Tlotco, they're more specialized regions for religion, military, the metalworking, things of that nature. Whereas Collateral, the main city, is just a melting pot of everything. That's where a lot of the earlier education happens, the early apprenticeships. Those other areas are places where the best of the best go to really dive deep into their professions and what they want to specialize in. There are a few villages that are just out inside of the jungle. But as you recall noticing, and as you've heard through some of your prying, is that the dragon god Tlazoccoatl, he basically made it so that if you're up high enough, and you can see it at this point, the distance that you're traveling doesn't seem to be nearly as much as when you were first rising up. It's like when you first were coming up with the ship, the jungle seemed to shrink in towards you. And you remember that when you were coming down to land in Chichimec, it seemed to expand again. So there's some sort of divine magic that makes the territory larger than it actually is to support the Aslan Empire. So
Gotcha.
With that being said, there are, you hear stories about villages that are normally on the ground, near water sources, and some that are actually up in the trees. where they're kind of away from more than natural wildlife. And as far as places to visit, do you have any sort of specifics of like you're looking for inns, food, artisans? What specifically might you be?
Because I'm sure someone's going to be looking, in the group's going to be looking for a magic shop or a shop for weapons and armor. I'll definitely look for those. But honestly, anything that's like very central to being a part of the Aslan Empire, like anything that's like venerated by the people, like something that's culturally significant, I would also be looking for.
You almost unanimously hear for anything having to do with trade, you want to go to the McWalton district. I'm not even gonna bother trying to spell that for you because it's quite the spelling. So I'm just gonna put it into the chat there. But that seems
I did not get anywhere close.
That seems to be the main focal point of trade, craftsmanship, and the like. There are the other districts like the Tlakawali district that's mainly about food. You've also got the Pipilton district that is more for the nobles, the kind of higher ups. There's fewer trades there, but a lot of expensive like taverns, inns, bathhouses. And you've also got similar versions in the Akali district, which is more the rundown in between of the trade district, where you're going to get the inns and taverns, but they're less expensive, but also not quite as fancy, if that makes sense. So from all your conversations so far during the day, Colotl sounds like it is a massive city with lots to see. And there's no one person that says, like, this is the place to go. Well, to them, going here is the best place. But you talk to someone else and they say, nah, that place is garbage. You need to go here. So it seems to be just kind of a big melting pot of options.
Gotcha.
And Kasumi, you would even see Brick wandering around and just kind of bothering people, asking these questions and speaking. You may overhear him talking, but you're not familiar with the tongue, so it's all kind of just gibberish.
She's not phased.
I figured.
This is normal.
Yeah.
I think after a good amount of time and having it was like, oh, okay, I've bothered enough people. I'll probably, if I've seen Kasumi at some point, I'll just go and see her meditating and just like plop down next to her.
She still somewhat tries to stay in the meditative phase, but the clunk of your body weight next to her on the boat,
The clunk of his shiny metal ass.
definitely draws her attention, and she like just peeks that one eye over towards you. And
He actually is. He's trying to copy your like meditative stance like he did before, way back when. But I'm pretty sure.
Break your legs.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure his new, like, larger, more robust body probably isn't as flexible as it used to be. So he tries and he just gives up and just kind of sits on the ground and closes his eyes.
He just pulls out a screwdriver from his pack and just starts taking off the leg.
You good?
Just joining you if I can.
Okay. I'm just cutting off my brain. Trying to cope.
I can do that too. Big-a-doo-doo.
Okay.
Good talk. And then she goes back to meditating.
Yeah, he's not trying to disturb you. He's literally just like trying to be in the same bubble.
Moriko, are you doing anything fun? Anything interesting? What are you up
Moriko
to?
just went back up to the room and just to lay down for a bit. Actually be on a bed, considering for the longest time she was just trying to stay by Pez. While he was grieving.
You you go in to lay down on the master bed that you've kind of been sharing with Kasumi, and you lay there for a little bit, and you notice that the room gets darker all of a sudden with a very soft shink noise. The curtains just seem to close on their own.
Thank you, Cassie.
You're welcome.
Pez, are you doing anything, bud?
I'm all alone.
No, you're not.
True. You don't know what snail is.
I'm going to grab Snail, fill him up with water, set him down.
Woo!
The cabinets in the kitchen area begin to flutter again.
It feels weird.
Well, I mean, you'll hopefully get used to it, because this is how we clean our messes.
Oh, okay.
Then you hear the voice that was localized kind of near you seems to travel down to nearer where Snail is, and you just hear very quiet,
Hello, Snail.
Don't talk too much.
Oh. That's okay.
Anyway, Hambjerger's dead,
Oh.
but he's also alive, kind of.
Oh.
We're gonna have to travel very close back to home, believe it or not.
Ooh.
it'll be fun. I can't wait. You hear I can't wait to move. And there's just this, the very most subtle rocking motion.
And we'll be landing here hopefully soon-ish. Day 5. Hell, I don't know. I just exist.
I just work here.
I just vibrate here.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Moving back to Zahn, you're able to make it up to about the second tier before you find the entryway in front of you blocked by the towering Aslan guards that Empress Izel had with her. The others, they see you coming up, and they kind of give you a look of I don't know if you belong here, but we know that you're kind of allowed to be here. Yeah.
Don's just gonna go towards the door.
They don't
Or
move.
I'm small, I'll go around them.
I mean, they're in the doorway.
What shenanigans do I have to get around the guards?
How to get thrown off of a flying ship in 3 easy steps.
With 2 easy steps, I can climb straight over these chairs and kick you square in the balls.
Rip Billy Mays.
No, I need to behave. Can I see his breast? Please.
They kind of, one of them looks down at you, then looks over at the other. And he turns and walks in through the doorway.
Does he gesture for me to follow him, or...?
The other one, as soon as he turns to walk in, steps and becomes more in the center of the doorway.
So I'm just gonna stand there smiling.
There's a little bit of time that goes by. Sorry, were you about to say something to him?
So how's being a god?
The head kind of looks down at you, looks left, looks right. It's boring. Except when it isn't.
Well... Yeah, I can see that. This is why I usually like to sail. 'Cause it is much better that way. And you run into much more things to fight. So why'd you become a god? Do you like fighting?
I am duty bound.
Yeah, I'm getting that sense this country is kind of a big thing.
Again, the head looks left, and then right. I was the best fighter, so I was given highest position of honor.
Zahn just kind of like looks him up and down like, could I take him if I wanted to? Like, not going to, but he's like, best fighter, you say?
Okay. He looks at you in the way that you're looking at him, and he goes, do not try it.
Oh, no. I would never do something like that here. It's a thing. But I always like sparring matches.
That's his only response.
Son just crosses his hands and waits.
5 minutes or so go by, and the other guard returns, and with the thumping footsteps, the one that was blocking the doorway steps to the side as the other one comes through. And the other one looks down at you. The Empress wishes to invite you all for dinner.
When is the dinner?
Kind of looks out past you at the sun that's kind of sort of beginning to dip down the horizon.
It's now, isn't it? It's pretty much now.
You will be summoned.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. And Zahn's gonna look at the one guard who chatted with.
1v1 me, bro.
I'm just gonna walk back to the cart, I guess.
Okay. As you head down, you do see Brick and Kasumi somewhere off on kind of the right-hand side, or towards the front of the ship. Do you say anything to them, or do you just go on back to the wagon?
I mean, she's summoning us. I'm not gonna really worry about it.
I meant, were you going to go say hi to Kasumi and Brick, or are you just going to go back inside the wagon? I'm just checking to see what anyone wants to do at this point. Or
do I notice that she's meditating?
She is sitting there with her eyes closed.
I am not going to bother her.
Smart man.
I'm going to throw a rock, though. No, I'm just kidding.
Like
just
at
kidding.
Brick, at Kasumi, who's catching the rock?
No, I'm not really going to throw a rock. That would be mean. Yes, I'm just going to go back to card.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to do? Brick, you look like you're thinking just a little too hard. Okay. So a few more hours go by, and eventually another guard. This one has a long green tail coming out of the back of his armor. The top part has, I'm trying to think of it, it's kind of like scale mail from the armor going down over the top of it to protect it to some extent, and it seems to be strapped around the thicker parts of the tail.
Okay.
He thumps over, knocks on the door. Just, you hear 2 heavy thuds, 1 lighter thud as the door just swings open on its own. And he's just kind of standing there with his hand. The feast is ready for the Tempests.
Oh, yeah, I meant to tell you guys we're having a feast tonight. Buzz Empress. Surprise!
What?
You are to follow.
The Empress wants to throw us, it's a feast. It's all of the food. And alcohol, I hope. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So the three of you,
Muted.
I was gonna say, Kasumi's not in the cart.
I was about to say, are we privy to this conversation, or are we still outside?
That's what I was saying. The three of you start to walk. Are you gonna grab Kasumi and Brick, or are you just gonna leave them to?
Oh, of course I'm going to say something as we get closer. Kusume, Brick, we are going to a feast from the Empress.
Okay, what time?
Now.
Now, apparently.
Kasumi looks pissed.
Great job with the heads up.
How dare you not tell me to prepare for a feast with the Empress? I am not dressed for that!
Well, you look
You're
great.
supposed to dress different for that?
Kasumi's
I don't
like,
get it either.
Moriko still has blood, and she hasn't bathed. She's been sleeping in it.
Kasumi is distraught. She just...
But you're in your natural element.
Yeah, what are you worried about? You look great.
Yes, everyone looks better covered in the blood of their enemies.
Let's go, I guess.
Yeah!
Anyone have prestidigitation?
What's that?
What is that?
I think it's a spell that lets you clean yourself really quick.
No.
Oh. No,
It's
I didn't
Zon
want...
checks.
No.
I don't think that would... Yeah, never mind. I guess I'm alone in this issue. Proceed.
I was gonna say, there's Pez covered in dirt, there's Moriko covered in blood and ichor, there's Brick that's... Brick, there's
Hi.
Zon who brushes himself routinely, religiously.
Kasumi is in a panic because she's wearing her travel kimono, not her dining kimono.
Moriko's just like, you're supposed to make yourself look pretty.
Zon's gonna lean over. Nah, not for us. Moriko, we look amazing as is.
Okay.
Just seeing Kasumi's existential crisis is amazing.
Kasumi looks angry!
She's got woken out of a meditation to be told this, and now she is seething with hostility.
To be fair, last time I interrupted your meditation, you got mad at me. So we're following the god.
Okay.
Go on.
So you all follow the guard, and he leads you to the central ziggurat in the middle of the ship. Zon, you've already been up this way, around to the side, and up the next set. And when you get to the third one, you go inside, and there's another staircase that he takes you up to. You're not at the tippy top, but you're on the layer just below. And as you go and you walk inside, there is a fairly sizable table. The Empress is already sitting there, and compared to when she met you on the ground before, she's kind of dressed down a little bit, still looking elegant as ever, and wearing things that are just at a glance look far more expensive than anything you've ever owned. Oh, excuse me. But she's sitting there, and when you arrive, just unlike when you met with the king and queen in the Nightly Kingdoms and all, she's just kind of like perks up, smiles and waves, and then kind of gestures with both hands. Please, join me.
Yes. We will. Zon's
Moriko's gonna go sit.
Yeah, Zon's gonna find an empty seat and blep.
Okay. So, as you all move and take your respective seats, she doesn't seem at all bothered by bloody Moriko or any
Travel
of that.
kimono.
Or
Kasumi
seems
is bothered by it.
she seems completely unperturbed. She kind of looks at you all. I hope the travel has been pleasant. I believe we will be back either tomorrow or early the next day. It depends on if we get good winds.
The ship has been great. Zakat is taking some getting used to.
see your head tilt. The cards. You.
Zan's gonna point at Pez.
What?
But I
I
thought
do
you
not
had
understand.
the card before. How? She looks really confused about your statement.
Pez, tell her what you did.
I infused the soul of our previous mount into the cart. What is there to tell?
That's kind of a doozy.
They're
Her name is
doozy.
Cassie.
Oh.
Yeah, and she can kind of see everything and feel everything. And while it will take not bad, but it will take some getting used to.
There's just a glossiness to her eyes, and
Okay.
So thank you for inviting us to dinner.
Yes, I had intended to invite you before, but you seem distraught, upset. I wanted to give time and space. I wanted to do right by you. This is not it. This is just checking in to see. Oh, apologies. And she claps her hands twice loudly, and from all around, from behind pillars and just coming up from the stairs, all of these servants appear. There are platters, there are vases of what looks to be some sort of drink, whether it be wine, water, you're not entirely sure. But the table that had been bare before is now just laden with food. There's fruits, vegetables, meat dishes. Looks like most anything that you could probably imagine to eat is there in a hoity-toity, well-to-do sort of environment. You're not going to get like the food that you would get at Fern's. It's very home-cooked, slightly greasy, but still really good. This is like top-notch kind of food.
Does it look like it requires silverware?
Some. There's definitely things that have leg bones sticking out of them that you could probably grab hold of.
San's just sitting there like, the Roka scene is like, eat! the part that wants him to make a good impression is like, don't!
Kasumi's gonna look over a little. She can see her. I'm very grateful for the offer. You said that this wasn't the dinner that you're referring to?
No, I wish to invite you to the dinner tonight, but for my gratitude, we must be back in Colato. I wish to reward you, and as elegant as my vessel is here, it does not have the rewards that I wish to give.
Oh, so there will be another dinner.
There can be. It was going to just be a meeting between us and my officials and gifts, rewards, but I can certainly have food prepared if you would like.
No, I just wanted to get an update and to know if there would be other events so I could be properly notified for those.
She's upset at me because I did not tell her the dinner thing was so she didn't dress super fancy. Zana's eating at this point.
So Izel and her peacock, Aarakocra head turns to look at Zahn, and you just see just this internal sigh, and then looks back at you, Kasumi.
I am sorry that you were not more prepared, but I still think you look quite lovely.
Well, thank you. But this is not my attire. I usually prefer to wear at dinners. This is what I wear when I'm out and about traveling. But apparently I was alone in that opinion here when I was briefly told about 1 minute ago that we had a dinner.
Well, the good news is we are still traveling, so you are technically dressed correctly.
Zana's just like...
You're supposed to have multiple different outfits?
Kasumi's eye starts twitching.
Moriko's like genuinely asking this shit too.
I don't know, Moriko. I've never had multiple outfits. It was always The gobs that you... Well, no, I take that back. I do have my at-home gob, but...
I'm starting to think you're a bad influence.
Yes, don't listen
We
to
have
him.
different customs.
The Empress looks towards you, Moriko, and she says, well, yes, I do have many different attires depending on what the situation calls for. If I am traveling like your friend Kazumi here, I would wear something more robust. But if I am meeting with the other nobles of the land, I may be more extravagant and flashy to assert my position over top of them and make them feel insuperior to me.
Oh, she's
Or
just
if I
gonna
can-
look down at her recently acquired from the closet outfit that she's wearing. Just, I guess I need more clothes.
Getting invited to dinner, Empress, on a rare occasion, would be one of those circumstances.
I need more clothes.
If clothing is
I
what
just
you
wear my
wish,
armor.
there are many, and you look dashing in it. Yes.
Brick kind of seems taken aback, like, oh.
If clothing is what you wish, there are many in Colato that are some of the finest that even I would purchase from.
But if you like the style...
So in the spirit of being transparent and so that there are no more, glances at Zahn, miscommunications, I will be sure to make sure, certainly sure, that you know ahead of time when I wish to address you in front of my people. Brick, as you hear her saying that, you start counting, you come to realize that she's decent at common, but probably doesn't practice it often. It's like you, but the other way.
Yeah.
That would be appreciated.
Of course. Please help yourselves. She kind of glances at Zahn again, who doesn't seem to be needing to be told. Anything you wish you may have. If there's something that you want specifically, please let me know. And if there are any questions, I am happy to answer. It is the very least I can do for helping to save my life and that of Chichimek.
Brick just puts hand up. I have only one question.
Yes.
Do you know any Aslan drinking games?
No.
Don's brow perked for a moment and then immediately went down.
He kind of looks over at Kasumi. Do you want to learn a drinking game?
Rick, that is not something we are doing with an Empress.
Yeah, and you already answered one question.
What do you mean by drinking game?
I think you know.
Zahn's gonna give Kasumi the eyes.
Oh, no!
You guys aren't any fun.
I am confused, but I do not think I wish to know. No.
I mean, I can tell you.
She says that she did not wish to know.
And she begins to get some food for herself to start to eat.
So do you normally have, I don't think that's the right way to say it. Guests like us often?
No, I do not get to meet very many of the outsiders. Most of my duties involve the masters of guilds, the nobles, the council. Not so much that people from other countries get to meet with me, that are as prominent and, for lack of a better word, well known than you.
Are we really as well known? I feel like we're known in some places. So
I mean, at this point, we're known by the leaders of it. We've personally met leaders of at least 4 countries. Possibly 5.
Yeah, wait, so it says the Nightly Kingdoms.
The West.
Is it?
I don't know if we really met a leader, but we met high-standing officials.
Especially, did we really meet some, like...
I mean, there's the Marshal. That's about as high-standing of an official as you get out there.
Pez, is that the highest thing in the west?
Fuck if I know.
You have to.
Why the fuck would I know? I just live there.
All I know is I had to listen to my dad growing up.
So, but yeah, so wait, who are you talking about, Tempest? Because that would just be the Nightly Kingdoms and maybe the West.
Well, the Nightly Kingdom's the west. We also met the lion dude from the other place. I don't remember what
he was. I think he was just high standing in the military.
He was a king!
Was he?
He was a king!
DM, would I remember if he was a king or not?
Make a history check. Because
Sure.
it's not so much would you remember, it's would you care.
He looked really important, but I.
He helped us fight one time. There was one during one of the assassinations.
Well,
I too would argue with you.
Also, we made our presence very well known in the pirate cove.
Oh yeah, we never met that guy, but I'm pretty sure he's pissed at us.
Yeah, we kind of killed his first hand.
And
What
you
was her
know,
name again?
caused a riot.
What was the name of that lady? I don't remember her name.
Must have not been that
I
important.
know the name. I know it, but Kirsten doesn't. I've it's been
Shirahama?
several weeks
Shirahama, yeah.
since then. Yes.
Moriko knows, and she wasn't fucking there.
Listen,
Moriko, were you stalking us?
I was
You know,
writing.
Scry.
Carry on.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, Empress, do you speak to... Zahn doesn't really say the god's name because he'd probably butchered the living shit out of it. The god of your, area?
To speak with Tlazo. Occasionally I do worship him regularly, but I do not converse with him as much as the priests may.
Honestly, he didn't seem like much of a talker when I met him. He just kind of growled at me.
Tlazo is able to express his thoughts and feelings through the emotions, and it can be quite intense.
Yeah, to be fair, he was pretty pissed at the time.
She
Your
kind
dog
of
just,
like
like-
slowly turns her head to look at you.
What did you do to earn the ire of Tlazocoatl?
Oh, I didn't do anything. That purple bastard back there did. Or whoever he works for.
Yes, that proper person thing.
Well, if you
Knowledge.
have the time in your journeys and you wish to learn more, you are more than welcome to go to Tlatloko, and perhaps Coyotl may speak to you for a time. But he's an odd one. It may not be in your best interest now that I think second about it. Forget I said anything, and she immediately just kind of goes back to eating whatever she's eating.
It's okay. I was planning on coming back sometime for the mountain festival. I'll see him then.
The mountain festival?
Your festival with your neighbors across the mountain range.
Oh, the Dragon Games.
Yes, that thing.
It's what?
Oh, please.
Dragon Games. It's the Kasumi's people and the Aslans have like a big festival / game competition, so that way they don't fight.
But I am sad to say that you have about 6 months before that event occurs again. It's only once a year.
I don't know how long I live, but I'm sure I'll get within 6 months,
Such is true. Oh, so...
especially with a new core. Kong Kong.
So, have you run into any of these people and or creatures that attacked us before? Or was this your first encounter?
It was my personal first encounter with them, but I have been hearing reports from the Tempests mountain region, which, with your aid, let them know and to start hunting them down. And doubling their patrols to make sure that that region remains ours.
It's good. I'm still curious as to what they would need the gold for. This is the second time we found them stealing gold, possibly the third.
Yes, that first time we sent a bomb through the portal, I think, right?
Yeah, and then they tried to kill you, and they nearly succeeded.
There are many who seek the secrets of the Aslan gold techniques.
I get the feeling it's not your techniques they're after. Oh, they may, but it seems to be gold itself that they seem to be hoarding.
I am sad to say that I have no answers for you.
It's okay.
I will be
We don't have answers either.
I will be putting my people that are more suited to seeking out information to investigate this.
If you would be willing, we would appreciate any information that you are able to pass along, without revealing any secrets, of course.
Yes, we also need to
I will do what I can.
Was it Thunderbender?
Thunderbender and Gemini, yes. They've taken them somewhere.
These names mean nothing to me, but I will make note.
Wait, she knows of Gemini, right? My sister? Oh. Wait, Brick kind of looks at everyone and is like, well, Thunderbender along with the Mentacatl is one of my progenitors, I guess you could say.
Yes, the name does ring a bell, but I have not met them.
Well, the initial attack, they were taken.
It does somewhat sound familiar from a report that was given to me, but I will be honest that I was not paying as much attention to that as I was the damage to our forge.
To be fair, as someone with experience in this realm, there'd be a specific reason why they would take. Why would they go to your forges and take the dwarf?
He's a master crafter.
True, but he's not the only one there. There's
the Mentacatl.
Yes, that one. There's him there, and
Yeah, but he was attacked too.
yes, but why would they take one and not the other, or both? To be honest.
Perhaps the mission was take what you can and kill what you can't. There was an attempt on his life.
If the reports that I received were correct, it is exactly that they assaulted the area and were pushed back. And we unfortunately happened to be there when they attacked again.
Well, things will hopefully reveal themselves at some point.
She then looks over to you, Moriko, while she's nibbling on something green. And I hear many tales of you who have been stealing away in my mountains.
I was surviving there, yes.
It is most impressive.
Yeah, thankfully I was able to live alongside the elementals and not have them outright just...
Is that all that there is to your story? I must say I'm curious to hear more of the, what did they used to call you out there? The Silent Blossom, yes?
Yeah, all I remember is that I washed up there very young from a shipwreck, and I just did my best to survive there. I learned to live alongside nature and the land, figured out tricks. Apparently the nature of the mountains changed me over time. I wasn't always pink, but I am now.
What color were you before?
Normal skin color.
You'll have to forgive me. For many races, that is not always normal.
A normal skin color for an elf to have.
So aren't there elves that have like the charcoal skin?
No. At least I don't think so. My skin color wasn't too far off from Kasumi's. That I remember.
You're muted again.
Oh, so pale.
Kinda. I think I was a little more tan. But again, it's been years. I don't remember my age. I don't remember how long I was there.
If you are an elf, we can assume that you live long.
Do you remember when you turned pink?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that too.
If I remember, it happened gradually over time.
Was it something you ate? Did you eat a lot of things that are pink?
So if you don't
No.
use those things anymore, will you go back to being pale?
I don't think so.
So we have to do science. Pez, we need to do science. I don't know any.
What?
She's not a flamingo!
Title of tonight's episode. We need to do science. I don't know any.
All y'all trying to get me to do stuff. I'm just here enjoying the conversation and the food.
Well, I mean, I am enjoying the food too, but I thought you liked science.
I
That's the science.
don't know what science is. I like animals, and I like guns.
Uh-huh.
Pew
That's it.
pew.
And don't you like making ammunition for those guns?
Yeah, that's lumped into the gun thing.
Isn't that like Zon's struggling here? He's reaching the bottom of the barrel. He's like, doesn't that require like an understanding of? No, I don't know.
You're stupid.
Never said I was smart. Well, okay, no, I did say I was smart in certain situations, which is true. But I do a good job of killing things. And praying. And being a priest. Of death.
Anyway,
The Empress at this point has leaned back and has a little cup and saucer and is just slowly sipping her tea as she's watching this interaction just happen. And as there's just kind of a pregnant pause, she finally speaks up. I'm going to say that you, Lady Moriko, are the first elf that I have ever met.
same.
I've gathered they're not very common.
No, they are.
I tried to meditate, and I think I came into contact with the elven god.
With Erin.
Goddess.
Well, I don't know much about their deity, but I do know that the elves themselves are very reclusive. They do not tend to wander much. Even my father didn't ever get a chance to meet and interact with the elves of Alari Dorai. Not many are permitted to be in there unless they are... And you see her eyes kind of glance to the side at your, pointed ears. Unless they are one of hers.
Interesting.
It's not what he said. So you might be able to get us in.
I doubt.
Listen. We don't have many stories that we haven't told in Rokusin. That would be a story. A glorious story.
But is it really on the priority list right now?
To be quite honest, Aaron scares me. I'm scared to sleep now.
Well, to be fair, Valkyrie scared me when I was younger a little bit because, you are afraid of something that you don't understand. But then you get to meet them, and they're nice, and they teach you to kill things.
She's really intense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bowler had me drawing on the walls after the first time I got a vision.
Yeah, you all have very traumatic experiences with your gods. I don't really understand any of that. This isn't Pez. I think Pez has good experiences with this god.
What? Which one? I only talked to one.
Yeah, I said your god.
And?
Rico's gonna pause a second and he just goes, I think Fluff was trying to say that the Coyote Man was very nice.
Yeah, Fluff was there too.
Wait, the merchant was here?
When did he come? Oh,
Last
that's right.
night. The night.
It was last night. Actually, it was kind of right before you did the ritual.
Yeah. It was some time ago.
That is right. Be very interesting to see how fast you could get here, though. You think it's
Anyway.
yeah.
Okay. There's anything else anyone wishes to discuss? Okay. The night goes on with further conversation, some back and forth, talking about where you've come from, what you've done. She shares a few of the rumors and tall tales that she's heard of you and whether or not they're true, and you clarify and set the record straight, so to speak. But eventually the lanterns around the room are lit as the sun begins to dip further over the horizon. And as nighttime approaches, Izel stands up, gives a bow to all of you, excuses herself. Hopefully we will be in Colatl soon, and I will be able to thank you more properly. But for now, I wish to turn in for the evening.
We'll thank you again for the lovely dinner.
Of course.
Thank
Please take your time. The guards know to let you out and to make sure that you do not hurt yourself should you over-imbibe. Imbibe. Yes.
No, thank you.
So she then excuses herself, and you are left alone with the food and drink. If there's anything any of you wish to do before turning in for the evening?
Riku's gonna look at Kasumi. I want more help looking for new clothes.
I would be more than. Matter of fact, I need new clothes.
You have, well, you already have lots of clothes.
Yes, but we've been paid for killing a lot of people, so I might as well use some of that.
Sun doesn't quite understand the concept of shopping for vanity's sake. So it's like...
That's apparent.
So, what's the plan now?
Go to the city and get rewarded. Then get my armor, and then go to Kasumi and Moriko's Singy and...
Well, we probably need to try to get some more information about your sister.
I don't know if there's any information about her. The only place I know to look is north.
Well, the Empress did mention that there are religious folk in the town that you can speak with. Maybe they can communicate with the deity here and see if they can get some information.
That would be useful. You can talk to his flying lizard dragon man creature.
Probably not safe to refer to him like that in his own country.
Well,
Anyway, that's as good as idea I got. And if we turn up anything, then I guess we can pursue that. But in the meantime, if not, then I guess we head north so you can return your item and we can see what Moriko's god is pitching a fuss about.
yeah.
You keep saying fishing fuzz.
Fuss.
It's just fuzz, fuzz. Regardless, I think it's more that we just don't understand it more than pitching a fuss.
Well, she's pretty much harassing Moriko in her dreams.
Yep.
I keep getting yoinked.
I'm still keeping to my theory of she's either showing you the past and needs to talk to you, or she's showing you the future and we need to get a move on.
I don't know.
Either way, she's not being very forthcoming.
Yes, because the elves are some things that we would describe as forthcoming.
He said
you've
it,
got
not
a
me.
point.
I do not mean Moriko. Moriko does not live there. What I'm saying is the elves seem to be secluded and don't like talking to people, so it doesn't really seem to be the strong suit at the moment, to be fair.
From what I remember, it seemed like my parents were trying to leave.
Yeah, see? I might actually be right. By accident this time.
Brick, Kasumi, and Zahn, make a religion check. Moriko and Pez, if you would like to, you can make one a disadvantage.
Okay.
Plus 5. That would be a 22.
22.
Religion?
Religion.
It's only going to be a 13 for me.
Okay.
4.
Moriko. Yeah, that tracks.
That makes sense.
Pez.
19.
19. So, Zahn and Pez. Honestly, I'm flabbergasted that Zahn, or not Zahn, that Pez got this. I really wasn't expecting that. For whatever reason, Pez, you remember this.
All right.
Maybe just because you like the stories told around the campfire, or the
lizard brain.
the cook fire. Yeah, you're a little bit hungry, and you had hunger recall. The two of you remember the lore behind why they're so secluded is many years ago, thousands of years ago. The elves were hunted. And to avoid that occurring further, Aaron shut the elves off from the rest of the world. While it is not impossible to get an audience within Alari Dorai, and it's not impossible for the elves to leave and venture out, it is incredibly rare.
Do we remember what might have hunted them?
With
People,
your role,
creatures?
with your role, the story that you heard, and you've heard a few, but the one you've heard the most of, is they were being hunted by mercenaries, bandits, slavers, just looking for that unique, that rare creature.
Slavery.
And as the lore generally tends to go, Aaron patrols those outer forests that are shrouded in mist and has a tendency to shoot first and ask questions never.
I relate
So friendly.
this.
And I fill in the blanks.
With shadow puppets.
Zahn's explaining it just makes like a baffled look. It just makes baffled look because somehow Pez knows this. It's just like, so it's just like, didn't see that coming.
Moriko don't know shit.
Just did not
You make
expect it,
sense,
no.
though, why you wouldn't know.
Yes.
Look, Hambjerger tells me things. Well, he did tell me things.
He just whispers sweet nothings in your ear.
We're gonna get him back.
E.
Yeah. So, is everybody full? Is it time to, good time to, turn in for the night?
Yeah. I'm still trying to mentally prepare for sleeping in a cork that is alive. No.
It will be okay.
Cassie's actually really considerate because when I laid down earlier, she closed the curtains for me.
I just, for some reason, her bringing the cart to life, anytime I hear her speak or I feel movement in the cart that was not caused by a living being, it just reminds me of the spirits that can go make their, place in a home that they don't belong in and are
Are
just,
you talking about a haunted house?
yeah.
Okay, what was that haunted house concept again?
I mean,
The house is alive by something that has passed on.
Yeah.
pretty
That's
prevalent out in the West.
not normal.
I mean, to be fair, I don't really think anyone here is normal.
Right.
Pest is probably the most normal out of all of us.
What? How? I broke my tail in
Well,
15 places
now-
and it's still attached.
Used to be normal.
Yeah. I said to be fair. I didn't say most. I didn't say you were. I just said out of all of us, I would consider Pez to be the most normal. Just because you held a job, you worked for a business.
You had a job, you weren't a freeloader.
Yeah. Wait, what? That wasn't a free
You
ride.
weren't Beffin!
That's debatable.
You were born the normal way, and you stayed that way, and weren't transformed by some magical means.
That wasn't part of my initial. Yeah.
But
For the most part.
I guess I'm just going to have to mentally prepare of there being sounds that happen in the middle of the night that are not someone breaking into the cart, but are Cassie twitching or moving or something.
You will probably get used to
There's a
it.
chew, there's a sneeze, and a whole bookshelf just shakoosh.
You just hear Brick, no, my books!
It's fine, Cassie will take some time to get used to the new body. And people will get used to her as well. It's an adjustment. But
I might not sleep well. That's
I mean, yeah, never mind. I won't say what I was thinking. Yeah. So I guess it's time to turn in. What? I was just gonna say, you never know. Brick could have just watched you the whole time. What's the difference?
no thanks.
I like the DM's like, where's the lie?
I'm sorry, Brick. It's just it always kind of weirds me out the fact that you don't sleep and you just sit there awake
Staring.
the whole time.
Menacingly.
Meanwhile, Moriko's just sitting there quietly eating. She's like, I don't sleep either.
Only 4 hours.
I don't know. Zod's not used to that just yet.
And even then, I think it's only like a trance, right? It's not like it's not
Yeah,
actual
it's
sleep.
like
too.
yeah, it's a trance
Like
state.
meditation.
You two get locked in the room.
I can face the wall if that makes you feel better.
Can you still hear?
Me? Or her?
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, I can still hear. It's kind of
That's
useful
the same.
for when no one's on watch.
All right, time to go back to the cot. Sana's gonna take a last bit of food. Go.
Chipmunk
Worldview
cheek.
shattered. Oh yeah, chipmunk cheek. All right, so you all head back to the cart eventually, taking leftovers and maybe a goblet to go. When you get back to the wagon, the clockwork fireflies are out and they're kind of floating around the outside of the ship, the cart. And as you all get closer, just about to set foot on the first step, the door just swings open on its own.
Wait, who's in front? Me, probably.
You were the first to say that you were going to leave, so I would guess so.
The guy who was thank you was Joel Cassie.
Yeah. Look, I have bugs.
What? Where?
Yeah, you do. But they're good bugs. just gonna walk inside.
Yeah.
You are adorable.
As soon as you all get inside the wagon, the door shuts on its own behind. You hear a soft little click.
Just please don't open that door for anyone besides us.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go try to sleep.
The voice that had been normal volume goes,
Okay.
He's just gonna very slowly walk up the stairs up to the room.
Rika's gonna follow Kasumi.
you get to the room. The door does not open on its own. You head inside. Everything is as normal as it has been. The curtains are still closed over. Nothing's moving. No weird sounds except for whatever movement is going on downstairs with the lads. Is anyone else doing anything before turning in for the evening?
So I'll go to the library.
Okay.
One of the big chairs.
Okay.
Mariko's actually gonna get cleaned up.
Okay.
Do you have a shower? Or a washroom?
I thought there was a bathtub.
You kind of have a wash bucket. Sort of like a wooden tub that's for either clothing or kind of personal washing-ish.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
Yeah, you can tell we're freaking nerds. Yeah, have to get a washroom at some point installed at this damn place. Yeah, Zon's gonna go to the library, and with all the talks of gods, he's going to clear his mental scape and pray to Kadal. Ask if maybe Kadal has more of an idea what's going on as of late than we did when we last spoke.
Okay. You...
And say please a lot.
Okay, so you find a comfortable chair in the library. Brick, I'm assuming that you may go in there at one point ready to shut down, and there's Zon in your space.
I just look at him as he's like meditating, I assume, or trying to do something, and then just to fuck with him, I'll go stand in a corner and face the corner.
Okay, so Brick puts himself in timeout. Zon, you
Blair
continue to
witching.
pray. You sit there for a time. Nothing seems to happen for a little bit. You feel a slight chill go down your spine. And the best you can interpret is that either nothing new has changed or potentially something bad has happened. But there's no real definitive answer.
Being very cryptic, you know that. What the fuck is in the corner?
He doesn't seem to be responsive. He's powered off or is standing there and ignoring you.
Zon will just lean back in the chair, just... Ever sleepier and brood. Want my answer? You are very cryptic. I miss my mother's answers. They are better.
Okay. As you all bed down for the evening, that's where we're going to take a little bit of a break. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go too far away. And, yeah. See you in a sec. Okay, we are kind of back. Can you guys give me an
Hi.
audio check real quick? Okay, cool.
Audio check.
Hello?
So, unfortunately, Kasumi lost internet, so we're gonna dunk down to 4 people and pretend she's here. Hopefully her internet will get fixed and she'll be back before we're done, but for the time being, we are sadly down a person.
She's giving it all she got, Captain.
Yeah. So Moriko, you're in Kasumi's spot. I don't feel like changing it, so the internet can just fucking get over it.
Okay.
So, last we left off just a little while ago, you had dinner with the Empress, you asked a few questions, you crafted some theories about the goings-on of the world, and then you took a nap.
Honks you.
Brick is occupying a corner. Zahn is
Blair Witch
occupying
style.
a chair. Blair Witch style.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Pez, where were you sleeping?
Usual.
Usual? Pez pose under the table?
Yeah, no one's offered me to cuddle with him, so yeah, it's just been the usual.
Damn, shots fired, everyone.
I'm not cuddling that. It's covered in dirt.
I'm not cuddling that.
Episode title.
Quit watching me.
Don't touch my books.
All right. So you all have a very restful night's sleep. I was going to say that Kasumi's fears are completely unfounded, and Cassie is very quiet throughout the night. Nothing is moving around. As my devices start screaming at me again, that always fucking happens. Eventually, the day does greet you. The curtains in your room, Moriko, slowly open as the sunlight begins to rise up. It's not like a shrink kind of open up. It's a very slow, gradual kind of moving of the curtains. A similar phenomenon happens in the library, where Brick, you're kind of... did you stay in the corner the whole night?
Yeah, I mean, I shut off for, 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours?
Yeah,
and
something
then,
like that.
after that, I was just kind of, turned my head to see if Zahn's still there.
He was sleeping in one of the chairs.
Does he fuck with Zahn while he's in the library? Full of books.
Very flammable books.
Yes, he does.
Carry on.
Go ahead.
Brick is going to tiptoe out of the library, go into the craft shop, and see if he can find some rope.
Oh, this is gonna very badly for you.
Do you think that you would have supplied yourself with rope for a tinkerer's workshop?
I want to
Be
say
honest.
yes just for the bit.
Be honest.
Probably not.
Then you find no rope. However, check your bag.
Oh, yeah. I have 50 foot of rope. I forgot about that. I think. Yeah.
Amateur.
Amateur. Yep, no, I still got my 50 feet of rope. So, I'm going to tiptoe back in the room, kind of peek around the chair.
Stealth
You
check.
still look asleep?
Stealth check.
Oh, shit. 17.
Zahn, what's your
Oh.
passive perception?
19.
Does
he
look
appears to
asleep?
be asleep. Zahn, you may handle this as you wish.
I'm gonna wait for him to touch me.
Okay. Brick is going to very carefully, trying not to touch you until he has to, have a rope around the chair, and then he's going to pull it very gently against your chest without touching you.
DM, would he have at any point made contact with my body in so doing this?
Brick, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 7.
Carry on. I think you know my answer.
You'll need Brick to make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
You pass. Unfortunately, it's still gonna hurt you, and you're still gonna fly 10 feet back against the wall.
Okay. Considering I'm facing the door at this point because I'm behind the chair.
You
DM, what
kind of-
happens?
You kind of take him with you. Because, I mean, if what you said happened and he didn't stop you, the rope comes around, you start to cinch it down, he zaps you backwards while holding the rope. So, I guess make a strength check to see if you actually hold the rope.
What do you want?
You take him, the rope, and the chair back with you. The consequences of my actions.
Brick,
So I
you
assume-
take 3 lightning damage.
Okay. Worth it?
And,
Zon, you
Zon?
take 3 points of bludgeoning as when you send him back, the rope just crunches your chest.
it's better than what I was expecting. I was expecting to choke the shit out of me.
Well, no, he said he was doing it around your chest.
Yeah, but when he flies backwards, the chair's gonna do this.
Well, I mean, you know, if it's here around the thing, then just kind of you get like, oh yeah.
So I assume we both go flying back through the door. I land in a crumple.
Yeah,
chair.
you land with the chair on top of you, and Zon, you're on top of the chair, just.
Well, that wasn't quite what I had in mind. But we ended up in the same spot.
We're outside the door.
Moriko, no, you're not outside the door. The chairs don't back up to the doorway. Well, I mean, they kind of do, but not far enough that you'd like make it out into the hallway. But
Oh, I thought we
Moriko,
were out in the hallway.
no, you're not.
Okay.
The room's bigger than that, and the chairs that he would have been in are like in the middle of the room, and he only knocks you back like 10 feet.
Gotcha.
So, Pez up above you, and Moriko down the hall. You hear this boom, boom, boom.
Mariko's just gonna look towards the door and just go, too early.
Just.
Too early.
I'm going to reach for my gun and then
No, not today.
Just
Fire
pointing
into
at the
the
ceiling,
floorboards.
just slowly lowers the hammer. Now.
Zon will get up out of the chair.
It depends on if Brick is really holding the rope down or not.
Oh, yes.
I'm like twitching from the electricity, still holding the rope.
I will attempt to squirm out of said rope.
Are you holding him down?
No, Brick sees what's happening, he just releases the rope.
Okay.
And after he gets up, he
Convulsing.
pushes the chair off of him.
Zon will wipe his feet on Brick's chest. And
Morning.
with theirs. You think you would have learned by now.
One day, when you're old and bedridden,
All we know, I could
Kick
live
your
forever.
ass. I will outlive you if it's the last thing I do.
DM, I have a new goal for
Bet.
this campaign. I have a new goal for this campaign. It's ruin that plan.
One day, when you're old and in a healer's tent, dying, I'm gonna kick your ass.
You just hear wop, 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 wop as you keep going down the stairs.
I am hungry for some breakfast. Damn it, it's just probably still nighttime at Ferns. These zones of time suck.
I mean, sure, you could just go outside and ask the guards who are hospitalizing us for food?
It's just Pez spouting wisdom from underneath the table.
The Pez of wisdom.
The table of
Good
wisdom.
morning, Pez. I am sorry if Brick's antics woke you up.
I'm lumping you both into this.
You can. Well, actually, there was rope involved.
Look, being a co-parent is difficult with you.
I am not a parent. But that idea that you had was good. For God's sake. Where would I go outside? Never mind. Zahn will go into the pantry and fucking flip over to where we have all the fucking food I keep forgetting we have.
You turn the handle and open the pantry, and you hear that same disembodied voice go,
Oh, just... Scheiße, Cassie, I keep forgetting you're right now. My apologies.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Brick just awoke me violently. Also, as I think about it, you probably watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out if you could sleep?
No.
That's what it is. Were you watching me in my sleep?
there's a long pause.
I'm hungry. So I'm just gonna go into the pantry and just pretend that he doesn't know the answer to the question that was just asked. And retrieve the food.
You were fairly well stocked. There is the ice chest to keep some of the perishables lasting longer. You can make a pretty decent breakfast with your know-how. Most of it for you is meats. I wouldn't assume that you're very knowledgeable in like breads or anything.
We have vegetables.
There's a few veggies in there.
Is there a carrot?
Probably.
Zon's gonna stress eat a carrot. And do his best not to let anyone see it.
I'm observing.
God damn it!
Moriko have come downstairs at this point is seeing it too.
So if he's in the pantry, he's like hunched over trying to munch on the carrot, and then he looks over and there's just eyes under the table. Right around the same time that Moriko kind of comes down with, I'm going to assume that Kasumi would be coming down with Moriko to get her normal bout of tea, or pot of tea, sorry. And there's just Zahn in the pantry just...
What's up, Doc?
Don't you look, it's me.
Why not?
No reason. She's gonna eat my food. Shoves the whole thing in his mouth as he can. Just start chewing on it. It's a carrot. It's gonna be loud as shit.
Yeah, it's not very subtle.
Nope. Just gonna walk out.
Brick comes down the stairs. What's that noise?
Nothing.
Zom was eating something.
Yeah.
Aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
Passing.
What if I had carrot?
Was it? No.
You're enforcing stereotypes now?
It's kind of weird. I can't see in there.
Son's gonna look at the walking stereotype. Wait,
How am
what?
I a stereotype?
You cannot see inside the pantry?
He's a walking stereo.
Yeah, it's just a type of stereo.
No, I mean I can see in, but not like everywhere else.
Huh. So is that
Well,
swallows?
that actually kind of makes sense. It is an extra planar, extra dimensional. It's an extra pocket dimension tacked on to an already existing space.
It's got an extra pocket.
Extra
Don't ask me. I don't know anything of what was just said.
Extra pocket.
Kasumi's
It's
just
like
over there just rubbing her temples and waiting for her tea weird to finish.
It's like if you sewed a pocket onto another pocket to make the first pocket bigger.
So it's a pocket pocket.
Yeah.
Don's gonna go back in the pantry and get another carrot.
Pez, right beside you, you hear the disembodied voice. What's a pocket?
Just foomp a finger into a pocket.
Just this.
Same brain cell.
Oh. Okay.
She goes quiet again.
This is the blind leading the blind with Brick and Cassie.
What is the plan today? At this point, he doesn't even care if anybody's seeing it. He's just eating a carrot.
I mean, we should be arriving at our destination today.
Yeah, we're gonna take a left turn at Albuquerque.
What?
Why couldn't you have lost internet? That was a little harsh. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's par for the course. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Just gonna get us sued by Warner Brothers.
Why do you have to be racist?
Why am I racist?
You are being
What's in
racist.
Albuquerque?
I do not know, but I have a feeling it's
It's a
racist.
big bird.
Really?
No, that's an albatross.
What?
Oh.
So is
It can
that
be a
some
big bird.
cousin of the Albuquerque?
I mean, they might be related.
Oh, we need Kasumi to come back. This is getting out of hand.
So, yeah, I guess Cassie,
Hi, hello.
can you see outside? Does it look like we are coming up upon Ein City or something?
I can't really see that far. There's green
I'm
and
gonna
people.
go over to the.
Green people?
No, green and people.
I'm sorry, you do not separate the two words.
I'm gonna go over to the map. Does
Okay.
it have marked on it where the capital is?
Yeah, the little map marking beetle is actually really, really close to the part marked Colotl.
Oh. I think we're close, guys. Like maybe a day, maybe less.
Really hope it's less. Mm-hmm. See if I can smell it.
Wait, what's that?
You hear right beside you, Brick.
Oh, this is a map of the world. That's us.
Ooh.
So you came from way over here, and I'll point at the Nightly Kingdoms,
Whoa.
and now we're here.
Whoa.
I know, right? We haven't even been to half these places.
Whoa.
Where do you think we should go next?
You already know where we're going next.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little sound of struggling. One of the chairs starts to move, then it moves back.
You could just say up, down, left, or right.
Yes.
Understood. I agree.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone wants to do for the day?
Brick is just gonna be over at the map teaching Cassie which way is up, which way is down, which way is left.
Okay, so just kind of giving Cassie like a little instructional about what's what and what's where.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming she'll get confused whenever we cover the up is straight up in the air, but up does also mean up on anything.
She actually seems to be keeping up.
Oh, well, shit.
No pun intended. Like, she's actually, yeah.
All right.
Is there anything anyone wants to do for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna do ascending spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna message. Thought I had his name written down here, but I guess I don't. It's weird. Oh, no, there he is. But his name's not there, of course. Would I remember the turtle's name?
The turtle's name.
The Smith guy who made brick.
Jamali?
Jamali, yes, that one.
Knowing how greedy you are and needy you are about the armor that he's making you, you would not have forgotten his name.
Okay, that's good. I just yeah. I'd like to cast sending spell to Jamali. Hello, Jamali. Sorry to bother you. Was just checking on the armor and wondering how it was coming. Love's on. Oh. Yeah. Message over.
Sending spells are fun.
I hate you so fucking much. It says or less in the spell.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but I like the panic that ensues when you're like...
God damn it.
There's a little bit of a pause, but you get a reply back. The armor goes well. Much left to do. Forge rebuilding.
I got my answer.
Okay.
So I was just gonna relax for the day. Just chill in the cart.
Cool. Then if there's nothing else, we will fast forward a little bit.
Prepare to fast forward. Fast
forwarding, sir.
Fast forwarding.
All right. Wrong movie, but I like where your head's at.
Okay. I don't know your movie, so I was doing my movie.
Spaceballs. Anyway, as the sun begins to dip down over the horizon, those of you that are either outside looking out the window or just being anywhere where there has been daylight, it starts to get a little overcast. And the ship begins to descend slightly. You may not notice it right off the bat as the ship moves very, very slowly, but soon the trees are getting closer and closer. Are you all kind of just staying in the wagon? Are you wandering around the ship? Where would everyone be throughout the day-ish?
If I feel the ship descending, I will go out to just watch.
You wouldn't feel it descend. It's weirdly smooth how well this ship... It's so big that it's not affected by much. Like on the other ships where you can kind of feel like little bits of turbulence every now and then, this has just been straight and smooth the whole way. The only way that you would know that it was lowering is by visually seeing the tree line getting closer to the ship.
I don't know if I'll be able to see that from the cart, so I guess I'm staying in the cart.
Okay.
Moriko had gone outside at some point just to, like, watch the skyline and just see everything.
Okay.
Brick would actually, because he's been meaning to do this for a little bit, and I kept forgetting until just now, he's going to go over to Pez.
What?
Distressed.
feeling?
Well, I mean, my heart's been ripped out, but I feel great otherwise.
Yeah. I kind of get that. But hey, at least we got a chance. Just have to make a detour.
Yep. Travel to the homeland of one of my most worst traumatic enemies, and, yeah, try not to die of anxiety and a panic attack.
Well,
Dick.
we'll be there. So, we got your back.
Yay!
Can I ask for a favor?
What?
Do you still have that really big-ass sword?
You should.
Yes.
Can I borrow it?
Why?
I want to swing it around. Just want to test it.
Not in here.
No, not in the cart. Don't worry, Cassie.
Yes, are outside.
What?
I would take it outside.
Since I'm fucking Doom Man, I'm going to unsheath the sword.
You ain't
Gun,
wrong.
gun, sword, other gun, pants.
Chainsaw.
Be careful with it.
Thank you. And like Brick is gonna start going through some like pre-programmed like maneuvers with the sword. Just kind of get a feel for it.
Okay. Are you like trying to attune to it, or are you just kind of using it?
He's just kind of using it because I don't think I have an extra. Well, let me check. I don't think I have a tune slot open.
Just making sure I'm understanding what it is you're trying to do.
I mean, if he's got the, you know what? Yeah, if he's got the time, he's going to exchange Stormfront for this just to kind of feel it out and see if he would prefer this more, other than a sword and shield.
Do you need the info for it?
Yeah, what's it called?
The Silver Dragon Odachi. Great sword. Two-handed. Heavy. Version 1.
Yes. Yeah, he's just kind of testing it to see how it feels compared to the other weapon in his arsenal.
Okay. There's not really a spot on the ship that's freely open the whole time. Your practicing is interrupted quite a bit with people that are moving about. And as the sun gets lower on throughout the day, there's quite a bit more movement than before. And it's going to get to the point where you really can't just be swinging around a large sword.
Gotcha.
But you do, I would say that you get like an hour or so of getting to play around with it to some extent.
At some point, he is going to kind of make his way to the edge of the ship where he's not gonna hit anything, and he's going to swing it out in front of him and say the command word off the side of the ship to where it's not going to hit anything, just to make the 30-foot cone erupt.
Okay.
That's useful.
So, Moriko, as you're on the front of the ship, just kind of looking around, you hear this. You look behind, there's just like snow drifting down.
Oh.
Which, I guess. Do you know what snow is?
Maybe?
I don't know that you would have experienced snow.
I mean, the mountains could be rather high up.
It's a
It
very
does snow a lot
tropical
on
area, though.
mountains.
Fair. Probably not.
Some shimmery white shit just got shot out of brick.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a personal problem.
Oh.
there, quick shoots.
Oh, god damn it.
Moriko, as you are at the front of the ship and you're actually kind of looking out and around, way off in the distance, you begin to see something appearing over the tree line and through the haze, which, as the ship kind of goes lower, the lower cloud cover seems to be like blocking most of your vision, and then it kind of raises up and you can see a bit more. It's just become a very cloudy sort of day. Maybe rain is on the horizon. But eventually you start to see large stone structures way off in the distance. And it's odd because you see it, and then the trees seem to be moving, but the structure itself is just staying on the horizon. And as you kind of look out and around, you notice that the trees away from you seem to be getting further from you as you're getting closer to the ones below you. It's a really weird visual sensation.
At some point, Moriko's gonna get overwhelmed and just go back to the cart and just like look at the ground.
Everything okay, Moriko?
Weird visual. My eyes feel funny. I'm just gonna look at the ground.
That's why. Look, my philosophy is to always stay in a wagon.
Yes, but then how would you explain it survive?
Windows.
Do.
That's not.
Where's the lie?
That's not experiencing the world. That's just. With the lack of a better word, sad.
I go outside, I touch the dirt of the different place, and then I come back in.
You need to live a little, little man.
Says the one who doesn't have a job.
I'm a priest. I have a job being a priest.
So you're a social worker.
Solicitor.
A solicitor.
Get off my porch.
Can I tell you a bunch, my lord Saedhir Valkyrie?
Another hour
Get
or
on
so.
your bike and ride away.
Another hour or so goes by. And you all begin, any of you that are brave enough to look over the edge, you begin to see. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. There's a large landmass in the center of what almost looks like a giant moat. The bottom part empties out into the ocean to the south of the Aslan coast, and the top part is fed by a river that seems to just appear out of the jungle. Most of the trees are blocking your view of the river itself. Ooh, excuse me. And as you get further and further in, you start to see some of the more of the Aslan structures that you hadn't seen for quite a while, especially being a Chichimek that was completely underground. It's a very heart-shaped landmass in the center here with 4 bridges connecting it over the waterway. And in the very, very center is a tall ziggurat structure. And that structure seems to be where the ship is currently heading towards.
It is large.
There in campaign spoilers.
I don't know why I got like Bionicle vibes from that.
I can assume. I'm guessing I can assume this is Colotl.
Considering that the ship is going down, probably. It's very good assumption. The ship gets lower and lower, and eventually there is a knock at the door of the wagon. Cassie does not open it. She is following instructions.
I guess I'll walk over and open it.
Okay. You go and open the door, and two of the Empress's guards are standing there, and one of them takes a half step forward. "We will be landing soon. And then we will attach our cart and get our people to move it off.
Is one of those guards one of the guys that I talked to?
It's difficult to tell. The voice doesn't sound quite the same, and they're all wearing helmets to cover their face.
You just like slammed the door in his face.
Yeah. Thank you for the information.
Okay.
At some point, Brick has come back and like hands the sword back to Pez. I like it, but not as good as my current one. Though, if you don't find any use for it yourself, pretty sure that would be a mighty fine bargaining chip if we ever need one.
Yeah. I put it back on my back.
Okay.
Box with limp.
That's why I'm encumbered. That and coin weight.
I told you to get rid of the coin weight. Like a year ago, I told you to get rid of the coin weight. Over a year ago. Anyway. So another hour or so passes. The ship comes to a rest at the top of the ziggurat. There's quite a bit more hustle and bustle on the deck of the ship now as people begin to prepare for offloading everything. You can see that there are very elegant suitcases, for lack of a better word. Many servants are like the two to a crate are carrying it, offloading. They don't look like normal shipping crates. They're very elegantly designed, very colorful. Probably safe to assume that most of these are the Empress's personal effects. And eventually you hear the rhythmic stepping of heavy metallic feet as you look and see that Empress Izel is being escorted off of the vessel. She looks very regal, very prim, proper, gorgeous attire. Way, way, way more official than when she met you all for dinner the night prior. And as she passes by where you are, you barely see her hand from her, where she's kind of holding it in front of her, just a little, very, very subtle wave to kind of keep up appearances. But she steps off the Coscatl and is led away. And soon enough, once she is gone, and a few more of what may be nobles or other high-ranking officials disembark, there's even more flurry of movement as the wagon is unstrapped, and seems like there's a fair few taller Aslans ready to start pushing and pulling.
Is there a ramp?
There is a ramp.
Hold on, guys. Cassie?
Yeah.
Do you think you can be real careful and slowly go down the ramp with these guys' help?
And as she's kind of making that humming noise, you hear the of the wheels turning at the front.
Maybe.
Okay, they're gonna help you because it's your first time. And I'll look at the guys. That way you don't have to lift as much. But just watch out for her.
They're all kind of looking at you and looking around for wherever that voice was coming from. What was that?
I'm an animated suit of armor, and she's an animated wagon. Ta-da!
And a kobold. I say as I wiggle out and sit on where the
reins used to be.
Is. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like spot her. Make sure she doesn't roll off.
Right. And they kind of get into position, and they're kind of like looking at the wagon like it's fucking cursed. And they start to put their hands on it, but before they can, it starts to roll. And it just turns, moves towards the ramp, kind of gets to like the first part and kind of like back up and... And it picks up a little bit of speed going down the ramp, but when it gets to the bottom, you hear kind of grinding noises as the wheels are sliding on the stones below. And you hear from a distance, unless you were chasing after it, or Pez, you're up top, you hear a
Good job, Cassie.
So, you are all on top of the ziggurat, and there is a fairly well-dressed man standing there. And he looks at you all. The Empress said that you are free to wander within the city. She will speak to you when she needs you.
Can I ask your name, sir?
I am Akai.
Yes, we know you are a guy, but we're asking your name.
I elbow some.
I am to help point you in whichever direction you need to go before I must continue on with my duties, so please make it quick.
I look at the rest of the place you guys went to go. I'm assuming a shop of some sort.
Sorry.
Out with it.
Assuming I were gonna go outfit shopping, but I can wait a little bit. For when Gershoni's back.
Is there a place here that sells magical trinkets and items? Of high quality?
Hearing you talk about clothing and just purchasing in general, he looks incredibly bored as he points towards the northwest. You would want to go to the McWalton district. That is where all the trade happens, all the craftsmen. He's that way.
How about fighting?
If you're looking for a scuffle, perhaps... oh, please, I've lost the name of it. Perhaps in the Akali district with the docks, the sailors there like to get into scuffles occasionally.
Is it lastly before you leave? You wouldn't happen to have a map of the city, would you?
I would not. It is not something that is carried around normally.
I'm sure we can procure one in the market.
Okay.
Is there anything else that I can answer your questions for?
There.
What is... Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, there ain't no war in this city, is there?
There is no war in Colatl.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Brick was just gonna ask, obviously this is not your normal job. What is your normal job?
To do what the Empress tells me, is there any other questions that are worth my time?
In the libraries?
Oh, please.
Hold, please.
Bro.
Depending on the kind of book you would want. I do know that there is a magic shop in the McWalton district. There is also the Raven, Scribe, and Messenger in the Akali district. I do not know if he has books, but it has to do with paper.
Thank you very much.
Real quick, last question. Where are we staying?
Ooh, that's a good one.
He kind of looks at you, and then looks at the giant wagon behind you.
I guess a better question would be, where do we park it?
Depending on how much you wish to pay. There are inns in the McWalton district. And he kind of like looks you all over and just judges by your attire. That may be where you wish to go.
More fancier?
If you have some sort of wealth that you wish to spend, you may try the Pilton district. If you have the funds. If that is all, I will take my leave. Good luck. Do not cause a ruckus. Do not have the solar blades be called upon you. They will not be kind to outsiders.
Not really an outsider, but okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear what?
No, that's kind of... Brick kind of just mumbles, I'm not really an outsider, but okay.
Oh. Says the person that was asking a whole lot of questions about a town that he's not an outsider for.
Born here.
So,
Thank you.
Sorry?
Just saying thank you.
Oh, got it. So, as you all begin to make your way windingly down the long ramps from the top part of these central ziggurat, which takes you about 5 or 10 minutes to get all the way down, and it's not for lack of trying. It's just it is a large structure. I do want to ask, we're just shy of 3 hours. Since we are down Kasumi and she did kind of want to do some shopping, do we want to keep going or do we want to call it here?
I'm fine with calling it here since we are down a person.
Yeah, I'm good with calling it.
Okay, because this is a very big city with a lot to do, and I would hate for Kasumi to miss out on any of that as things pop up. So unfortunately, this will be a slightly shorter stream. We're right on the 3 hours-ish. But hopefully by the next time we go live, the internet problems will be sorted, and we'll be able to actually explore the capital city of Aslan. So thank you all so much for joining us. We are sorry for the technical difficulties. It was incredibly, totally out of our control. We will be back. Orlando. We will be back next week for more Storm King's Chaos, so long as Zeke doesn't get anything else coming up that interrupts that. Are you eating Fruit Loops?
My boo?
It's never his campaign.
All I know is
I'm willing to trade days, but also if I trade days, then Ian has to wait extra time to be Peanut. So just saying.
Bitch, I'm Peanut all the time.
So we will discuss that and see how we want to proceed with it. If you want to keep up to date with everything that's going on, or you just want to hang out, whether it be just kind of lurking and chatting with us via text, or you want to pop into a call, please join the Discord. Links are down in the description below.
We play games.
We play a lot of different types of games. You're more than welcome to join us. And even if you just want to pop into voice and not talk and just lurk and listen to us be idiots, you're perfectly welcome to. And does anyone else...
Power World Update's coming out.
Power World Update is coming out. We're doing a lot of GTA at the moment. Is there anything else anyone wants to bring up, talk about, announce?
No, thanks for watching and joining us.
Yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and we will see you the next time we go live. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Fools and Flagons podcast. If you enjoyed this past adventure of the Tales of Archeron, you can catch us live on Fridays at twitch.tv/Fools and Flagons.